Hey there, it's Melissa Ingold from CoachGlue.com, and I'm going to share with you 7 different ways that you can be growing your email list from your blog. And one of the best resources we have available at Coach Glue is our Done For You planners. These make amazing opt-in gifts, so lead magnets that you can use to entice people to sign up for your list. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the ways that you can use those, but let's go take a look at all the different areas that you can be leveraging on your blog to get people to sign up for your mailing list. All right, so here we are over at my blog at timefreedombusiness.com. And one of the first things that you see here on the screen is a pop-up box asking people to sign up for my list, and they're going to get a free workbook. So if I have a blog post and I've shared it on social media, somebody clicks through to read the blog post, this box is going to pop up and ask them to join my list. And in return for that, I'm going to give them a free workbook. And then they're going to go into the funnel for that workbook. So that's one way. So let's look at another little way. So as I started heading towards the X, and here or here, what happens is another pop-up box pops up and says, hey, wait, before you go, and it invites them again to sign up for my workbook. Because if they close that first box and then they started to read the post and then they're like, okay, I'm out of here, I'm done, and they start to leave, it's going to remind them, hey, don't forget, make sure you grab the workbook. So that is 2 different ways using the same tool. So a pop-up that shows when they get there, and then one if they're leaving. So 2 different ways. So let's take a look at some more ways. All right, so this is an obvious one, and it is just using your sidebar. So for instance, this is on my blog page, where then it lists out all the different blog posts. And as people get scrolling to see what blog posts they can read and what they might be interested in reading, in the sidebar, I have some different options, and these are opt-ins. So when people click them, they're going to pop up, and people can sign up for my email list to get access to that free thing. And I don't just have one. It's not one thing. It's different things. So in this case, it's a template. What I've done is I've used an image that is similar to, basically is a Pinterest image. And I used it, just Canva, to create it. And Canva is a free tool. And it kind of shows them, hey, you're going to get this free template if you sign up. So when they click on that, they're going to be able to opt in. Okay. And then here I have a different one. So this one's a workbook about how to bring 60% more productivity out of 24 hours in a day. And so it's a different option. So if somebody was scrolling and they're like, don't want that. Then they're like, ooh, look at that. Yeah, I definitely want to get that. So you can have more than one thing in your sidebar. It doesn't have to just be one little thing. And it should definitely be sexier than just saying, hey, sign up for my newsletter list with a box to enter their email. You need to give them something more than that. People want to be wowed. They want to be blown away. And if they're going to give you their email address, which is basically a direct link to them, they want to be getting something awesome in return for that email address. All right, so again, sidebar, I've got another one further down below some of this other stuff. So people make it down here. I have the option to take my free quiz. So it's another little image there. So when they click on it, they can definitely do that. Okay, then we're going to keep scrolling. Now in my footer section, I have another opt-in. So now we're at 4. So we've got a pop-up when people come to the site, then there's an exit pop-up, then there's sidebar opt-in, then there's a footer opt-in. All right, so there's 4 different ways to start with, because as people scroll down, especially if they've never been on your site before, they may poke around. So if they get down, you just want to keep showing them opportunities to sign up for your mailing list. Now think about all of our Done For You planners. So you could have a planner here, you could have a cool image and be like, hey, sign up and get my planner. You could have an image, the same thing for these. Like, hey, you're gonna learn this. You can use some really enticing copy and be like, hey, get my free planner. Okay, you could have like screenshots of what the actual planner looks like on there and be like, hey, you're going to get access to this planner, like sign up for my list. So let's look at actual blog post itself. So this is inside a blog post. Now, as people start reading, I have a little bit of an interrupt section here. So I'm like, hey, if you're new here, I also have the following post, blah, blah, blah. It's sending people to other posts. But then I say, and of course, you should definitely take my free quiz. And so that links to an opt-in page. So then people can get onto my list through that. So that is another little way, just that little interrupt section. And you can tell people to, again, hey, make sure you do this. So tell them what to do. So that's another spot right there. Okay, and as we keep scrolling, they're reading the content, and then they see, hey, what's this? There's an image. Download the free template. Create your SOPs with a simple guide, examples, and template. When they click on that, a box is going to pop up. They can sign up for my list, and they will get access to that template. So there is another way to get people onto my list. Now, as they scroll down, they finish reading the post. Then in my author box, this is just a simple plugin that you can incorporate. I also wanted to have a great big image here so people can't miss it when they get to the end of the post. Again, another opportunity for people to join my mailing list. So that right there is 7 different places on your blog that you could be asking people to join your mailing list, and in return, you're going to give them something awesome. And you can use our planners to do that. So let's go take a look at one of our planners. So we have a Facebook Live Scripts and Marketing Planner. So for instance, if you want to teach on this topic, you have a course coming up on this topic, this is a great way for you to be building your list. You could set up that lead funnel. You could change out that pop-up box. So all the new traffic that you're driving to your site, they can sign up for your Facebook Scripts and Marketing Planner. And in that planner, of course, you're going to be able to edit it and have calls to action, and you can tell people about your course, your workshop, or even if you offer a service where you help people with their Facebook Lives, you would be telling people in that planner, here's how to work with me. But you're giving them something in exchange for their email address, and this is something of value. You can also, kind of a side note here, you can also put this together, record a call, or do a little mini workshop or video training, package it up with the planner, and sell it as a paid product. It doesn't even have to be something that you give away. But because there's so many different areas on your blog, which I just walked you through, that you could be giving stuff away, you don't want to just have the same thing across your whole site. Because if people ignore that first thing, maybe they're just like, oh, not really my thing, I'm not interested in that particular thing. But then as they get going through your site, they see other things that get them excited. Something that, yes, that's what I really need right now. You could also take one of the exercises out of the planner and use it as a giveaway. So for instance, know your schedule. So there's an exercise where you plan your Facebook Live schedule. So you could tell people over at the bottom of the site, you could, if you have a blog post about it and you want people to get on your list, you could tell them, hey, sign up for, this is obviously a worksheet, get the free worksheet to plan your Facebook Live schedule. And people can sign up, they'll get access to that little worksheet that they can use to plan out their own Facebook Live schedule so that they can keep on track for what they're doing. And so you could take those little pieces and split them all up into little giveaways that you can be using throughout your whole site. Plus, your planner can become a part of your entire evergreen funnel. So for instance, if you did have a training, a course, or a workshop, or something where you were teaching on the topic of Facebook Lives, or even just you were teaching a Facebook course or a social media course, one part of that is using Facebook Lives. And so you could continue to have this set up so people sign up, they get access to your planner, and then you're going to send them through your sales funnel that will lead them towards purchasing your workshop or course. And that funnel can just run behind the scenes in your business all the time to be getting you traffic and making you sales without having to work all the time. So while you're coaching your clients or you're creating other things, you've got this funnel in place that allows you to make sales and, of course, grow your list with the sexy planner. So another way that you can actually be growing your list using the planners is to run free challenges. Now, you can actually do a live challenge, or you can set up an evergreen challenge using this. So what you would do, for instance, let's say with the planner, create your side hustle income plan in a weekend. Let's say you connect with and you reach a lot of people who are still working in the corporate world, and they're looking to create a business that will allow them to quit their jobs and go and run their business full time. And so you could be talking to them about, okay, so let's look at how we can make that happen. And so you can set up a free challenge that targets those people. And if you were to run it live, what you could do is have it on your Facebook page. You can even set up a private group, and that's when people join your challenge, they get access to the group, and say is how many steps? There is 12 steps in here. So what you could do is you could split up each of the steps into a day of the challenge. And so in your Facebook group, for however many days you want to run your challenge for, you would do a Facebook Live and you would talk about that content that is in that step. And then at the end of your live, you would give people an exercise, homework, something that they can do and be working on. And then that way, then they can do that, and then they can connect back, let people in the Facebook group know they've done it. You know, they're going to get accountability there. They're going to get feedback. And then what you can do is, if you had a course or you did coaching, let's say for instance, you want to sell VIP days where you go through and you really connect with those people that are still working their job who really want to take the leap. And so you could come up with a coaching program that you would lead these people into, where they can work with you to really help them fast track their progress in getting away from the job and jumping into their business full time. So you can set up anything, like I said, a VIP day, a coaching program, even a course. And so at the end of each step, you could always be telling people that, hey, the next step for you is also to, if you want to do this and this, you know, I'm opening a few spots for an exclusive VIP day with me. We're going to go through everything we need to go through, blah, blah, blah. And then also you could just be talking about that throughout the whole thing. And at the end, like, that's the next step. Okay, you've done the challenge. I've given you tons of great information. You've done exercises. The next step is for us to get together and let's schedule a free call and see if we're a good fit, to see if we can work together in my coaching program or VIP thing or whatever the heck you want to create and sell. But the whole idea is to use this to get people onto your list. Now, you could also use this evergreen, and what I recommend that you would do is you would just create a video for each of the steps in the planner. Like, obviously, you may not want to do 12 steps to 12 days, so you could combine some of those steps together and maybe have 5 days or 7 days. You could take out some steps that you don't want to talk about because maybe you want to cover those things in your full paid course or program. And so you can just pick and choose whatever you want to do. Like, it's done for you. Right? That means that you have the ability to edit the content, pull out what you don't want to share, add in something. Maybe there's a really cool step that you want to talk about in your challenge. And so you could drop that in, and that would be day 3 content. And then you can shift things around. And you could just record a short little video giving them the training. And then again, at the exercise part, tell them what to do with the exercise. Below the video, they could download that worksheet or idea sheet or whatever it is that you are asking them to do. And so what you would do is people would sign up for your 5 or 7 day challenge, and every day you would email them with a link to a page to go watch the video training, to download their freebie. And then, of course, you want to be monetizing it and selling whatever it is that you're selling throughout the whole challenge. And the cool thing with the evergreen is that you can run Facebook ads to it, keep that running all of the time. You could, again, be using those different areas on your blog to get people to sign up for your mailing list and push them into the funnel for your challenge. So what you could do is you could have, hey, sign up for the brainstorm side hustle ideas worksheet. So people sign up to that. And then the next email, you could be telling them about, hey, we're going to do a free challenge. You want to really learn all of the steps that it's going to take for you to create your side hustle that will eventually lead to a full-time business for you, which means you can quit your 9-to-5. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how this works. And then you can start getting into the challenge content for that. So I hope I gave you a bunch of great ideas for how you can be using our planners throughout your entire business and in lots of different ways to not only grow your list, but to make money, to get people into your programs and your courses and working with you even one-to-one. So that is all from me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.